friends, I'm Stephanie Hansen. Let's go! I've been cooking, eating, and talking about it for years.
This is amazingly good.
Now I'm inviting you along for the ride. Stanley! It's the bomb.
Something you cannot live without.
Meet the chefs, home cooks, restaurateurs, and bakers honing their craft.
Everything is going to blow your taste buds up.
And try new recipes with me in my kitchen. It's simple, it's easy, that looks amazing. There's always something delicious to share. These buds got a taste! These buds got a taste! Let's go! This is Taste Buds. Go. Don't mind me, it's your Swedish Institute experience, just having a little fun. It's the Yule Board edition. Yes, I'm at the Swedish Institute. We're going to take a cooking class with my friend Patrice Johnson, the Nordic food geek, who's going to teach us all about what is on a smorgasbord, what is on a Yule board. Then we're going to go to Inabbritens, because if you're doing holiday tradition Scandinavian style, you have to shop there. And then I'm going to take you to my house and show you how we make the Hansen Johnson Swedish meatballs. It's the smorgasbord edition of Taste Buds, friends. Let's go. This is pretty exciting that I'm with my friend Patrice, and we are at the Swedish Institute. We've assembled a group of friends and family that are taking a class. My friend Sarah and Julie are here. You've got some coworkers here from the Swedish Institute. You've got the Yule cookbook that is originally, I think, how we met.
Yeah.
But today, we are actually going to make a couple of courses on what you would see on a smorgasbord or a Yule board. Yule is specific to holiday, right?
Yep, specific to
Like
Christmas.
I know, I mean, come on. Why is fish so important in this type of cooking?
Well, you can look at the region. They're surrounded by seas and rivers and streams. Fish is always there, even in the winter. So when you're looking at a really short growing season and a long time to feed yourself and your family, the fish come in handy.
What is the first thing that we're gonna make today?
We're gonna actually make some curried herring.
Okay.
So I've got some prepared, already pickled herring here. So what I'm gonna do is rinse off all of the flavor of the brine that was used to pickle this herring. And I'm also gonna get rid of all the funny little solid bits.
Those solid bits are like mustard seeds and stuff?
Yeah, and some usually caraway. This is going to be a herring salad. So first we need to make the dressing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna let you do it.
Oh, Kewpie mayo.
Kewpie mayo.
I love Kewpie mayo. It's
So-
a little richer.
You can just eyeball it, maybe 3/4 of a cup.
Oh, okay, so a lot.
And we'll want a little bit of this.
Is this ginger?
That is garam masala.
Okay, because I can't see because I'm wearing my glasses, which means I can't see anything close up.
And
How
you
much?
could use any curry you like. Yeah, just till you think it looks like it's gonna taste good. We've got some ginger here and some garlic. Again, just eyeball it.
Are we gonna microplane?
We've got a microplane right
My
there.
favorite tool in the world.
Yes,
How much of this do you think?
as much as you like.
Okay,
I usually
love
say,
these
you know, like a
measurements.
pinky.
All right,
And then
so
here's
then
our garlic.
and
garlic, it depends on who you're gonna kiss tonight.
the cloves have gotten so big
Yeah.
when you buy a garlic in
Yeah.
the grocery store. It's like, come on, this is like 3 cloves in one. Look at your beautifully diced shallot.
You can also add things to this like potatoes would be great, cucumbers,
Yeah, it's
apples are
kinda
really
like-
good in this.
It's kind of like a potato salad, I can already see.
And then if you wanna grab a reamer, you can throw some lime in there.
Okay. I'm not good with citrus squeezers. I tend to break them, as the taste buds know.
And we've
go
got
with
our
that.
cilantro. And then we can take our herring and actually slice that into smaller pieces.
So you're gonna make it like more bite-sized even than it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Fish in mayonnaise salad might seem a little unique, but I do love a curried potato salad, so I'm probably gonna like it. Here we go, the moment of truth.
Yes.
Are you nervous?
No.
No, because you've done this a million times. It's really bright, fresh with the shallot. The lime juice is really nice. We put a lot of curry in there, and you can't really taste it that
I'm
much.
thinking maybe a pinch of sugar.
Oh, just
What
because
do
of the
you think?
acid? Sure. I would never be probably brave enough to eat this if I was just showing up at your house on the Yule board, but I actually think I would make it because it's very tasty.
It is.
And I don't know why I've been such a weird herring
Go
denier
ahead
all
and
this
stir that
time.
a little more. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna plate this on some rye crackers because the knäckebröd and rye bread is really important, especially during Yule. And we also have some white fish roe and pickled mustard seeds too.
This is just a little pretty garnish.
Yeah, exactly.
Cute.
And that's it.
I'm pretty excited about this part. I was excited before, but now I'm more
Yeah.
excited because I really liked it.
Kind of comes together.
What's great about that is it's giving it a whole nother dimension of saltiness,
Yeah.
but not fishiness at all.
Right.
And then you get the hit of the pickled mustard seed. Wow, this is really good.
Thank you.
I'm sorry I'm acting so surprised. All right, so I am gonna make a couple of bites for my friends. I think I picked adventurous friends.
And this is
She's
exciting.
looking nervous.
Neither of us had herring. We're scared of it.
Okay. I made the perfect bites for you.
Okay.
Just like a sushi, you stick the whole thing in your mouth?
Yes.
Okay, cheers.
Okay.
Okay,
Here's
here we
a
go.
little. Same face. You made the same face that I made because you think it's going to be one way and then it's different. Is it what
I
you
could see
expected?
why you were surprised.
Yeah, because
You
you,
were
think it's
surprised.
going to be like some weird.
Well, I was expecting just gross fish. When you rinsed the
We
herring.
think the rinse was key.
Yeah.
Okay.
We think the
First step,
yeah.
rinse.
Rinse the herring.
Rinse herring.
Rinse off the
Very
herring.
definitively rinsing
I
that
think
herring.
that is the key to this recipe is rinsing the herring. I just felt a little more confident eating it.
Have you had herring before? Don't think I have. Oh, good. Another convert. I feel like maybe you've had a piece of herring or two in your life. I can tell just by the faces when I'm bringing it to the table. So we're ready to make the second course. You are marinating and making something in here that looks delicious.
So this is a cure. 48 hours ago, I went to my fishmonger and I said, do you have any salmon that's appropriate for gravlax? And he said, actually, there's 3 here. Which one would you like? I liked this one because it is really thick. I like it thicker because then it doesn't get over cured. Too many recipes say 3-4 days and it's like, no, because then it gets so gritty and gross.
yeah, the texture changes. So what is in your curing liquid?
This one actually has salt and I used brown sugar.
Okay.
I like how the brown sugar kind of adds a depth to it. And I've also got some Aquavit. I actually use the Gamla Eau Dill Aquavit. That's
Okay.
one of my favorites.
Yep.
And some fresh dill, the last dill from our garden. So when you first put the brine on, it's obviously solid. And then as it does its work, it pulls the moisture out of the salmon, and that's why we now have the liquid here.
Okay.
We're going to rinse this now.
Okay,
and
just
pat it
like we
dry.
did with the other fish.
I've got a paper towel lined tray here. So I'm just gonna pat it dry.
Okay.
And we can put that over there and actually bring those cucumbers back because
Okay.
that's our next.
Moving back and forth. Cukes, cukes,
Yeah.
cukes. Everybody likes a cuke.
This is brine and sugar and salt, just like our fish. And you can see, I used a little spoon to sort
I
of make a little
wondered
divot.
about that, yeah. Why are you making a divot in your cucumber?
Because we're gonna add creme fraiche
Oh.
and cream cheese.
So you're almost making like a little boat.
Yeah, exactly. So this
Okay.
is cream cheese, a little bit of creme fraiche. You can use yogurt, I drain or strain the yogurt, and then a little bit of honey, salt and pepper.
Okay. When you buy gravlax, like in the store, a lot of times it's treated like prosciutto, where it's like on a board and there's little thin slices that you kind of peel off.
You gonna taste this one?
Yeah, I do. Oh, it's super firm, not like raw tasting. Also, I really love the dill aquavit flavor
I did
because I can taste that. It's really good. Maybe Nordic sushi.
So now I'm going to show you how when somebody I know has either a dull knife or they don't have knife skills, or if you just want to serve it kind of in a unique way,
Okay.
I'm going to actually cut this into cubes.
Oh, like I would, I make like salmon bowls in the air
Yes,
fryer.
exactly.
Okay. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah, and it's going to look really cute atop our cucumbers.
All right, so you've got your divot, you're gonna fill it up.
And then we'll get a little bit of dill.
Oh, this looks really nice.
And that's it.
It is the moment we've all been waiting for. You ready, taste buds? Here we go. You ready, taste buds? Here we go. I love how soft the cucumber is, and you really get that nice creamy texture of the salmon with the cream cheese. Just a great, like, easy, sweet bite. All right, let's make some bites.
Absolutely.
For our friends. When you wrote your cookbook, did you know all these recipes or did you develop some from research?
A lot of the recipes actually came from donations from other folks who celebrate Swedish holiday traditions.
Because one of the things about your book that I like so much, and I always credit you with the reason that I wrote a book, because I modeled it a little bit after you in that you really brought in like the traditions and the lore and the family stories into the recipes.
Well, I think the reason I cook and teach cooking classes is because then I can afford to write.
Oh, I like it. Is
Yeah.
writing your real love?
Absolutely. Writing was what I was put on earth to do.
All right, I'm gonna take these bites over to my friends.
Awesome.
Did you know I was a cocktail waitress and a waitress? All right, table
That's
number 3.
beautiful. All
right.
It is beautiful.
It's the eating on TV. That's.
I know. I'll put my hand up on your mouths like I do.
I mean, that's intimidating right there. Okay.
Just, you could do it.
It's a big bite.
It's
Okay.
delicious.
That was my test bite. Hang on.
Yeah, your test bite. I've had a few test bites. I had a few already.
Delish. There is just a party going on after taste here.
Party in your mouth, party in your mouth. All right, well, this has been super delightful. Everyone has had their snacks, and I assumed that we would have the Aquavit at the last table of the smorgasbord, but it's not the last, it's the first.
We always start with it. Absolutely.
Okay, because it makes it more fun and festive,
It
right?
does.
And you're more likely to talk to the people at your party.
The smorgasbord actually comes from a tradition in the 1700s called the Brandvin board, and it is the burning wine board. Aquavit became part of the cultural tradition back then. And some people don't know what makes an aquavit. It's
Yeah,
actually a
let's hear
clear
about that.
spirit that is flavored with caraway and often dill, and then whatever other flavors the distiller wants to add. Do you want to learn how to scold proper?
I do.
Okay. So we
Okay.
want to do like third button from here, so my arm is sort of parallel.
Okay.
And then we're going to look each other in the eye and we're going to say, skål.
Like Skål Vikings?
They spell it wrong.
Okay, ready? We're very sophisticated.
Skål.
Skål. Skål.
And then we look each other in the eye again.
Skål Vikings. Ooh, so delicious.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, let's do one more. Just
Okay.
for. Thank you for coming, everybody, to our cooking class. Skål.
Skål.
So good. Why don't we drink Aquavit more?
Oh, we do.
Cheers, taste buds. You're beautiful. Thank you for
You are
being with
too.
us
Thank
today,
you, Stephanie.
Patrice. Okay, one more. Skål.
One more. Skål.
Skål. Oh, wait, 3 o'clock. Skål. Yum. I better not drink another one.
I know, right?
What an awesome day at the Swedish Institute with Patrice. I love her cookbook. Okay, now though it's time to go to Inabbritens because we're gonna get the Swedish meatball mix, and then we're gonna take you to my house and I'm gonna show you how to make Swedish meatballs our way. Let's go, taste buds. We are here at Inabbritens on Lake Street. My mother-in-law Dolores and her friend Lila would always come and get their meatball meat here. They were right, like this is the place. It's got all of the seasonings mixed in, so it makes it really easy to make Swedish meatballs if you don't want to use a recipe and you just want to roll and go. So I also want to show you some other cute things in the store. Lots of cute Scandinavian gifts, there's books, there's candles, and of course, all of the holiday items that you would want. You know, we all need an Ufta mug, don't we? Ufta, you betcha we do. Speaking of cookbooks, here it is. My cookbook, the True North Cabin Cookbook, written by who? Stephanie Hansen, that's me. And also, Patrice's first book is here, Land of 10,000 Plates. All right, I am actually not here to shop. You wouldn't know that though. Cute, look at these. This is really cute too. I'm gonna have to get a spatula. I am gonna buy this. It's cracking me up just looking at it. Every time I look at it, it's gonna make me laugh. These are cute. Hi there, Pixie, you little Christmas elf you. There's a lot of shopping to be had here. It is time for the meatball mix. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, I'm Stephanie.
I'm Lene.
Hi, Lene, it's nice to meet you. Tell me about your meatball mix and why it's so famous.
We've been selling it for quite some time. People line up down the block for it.
That's I made my husband do it.
Right, Christmas time we go through 1,000 pounds a day of meatball mix, ground and made here in stores. So
And
it's
so
got
delicious,
the freshness
yes.
versus being frozen.
Does it already have like the seasonings in it and the things
all
that
you have
make
to
it
do
Swedish?
is ball it and bake it.
Okay, one package please. I'm gonna take them
Of
home.
1 pound?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. That is a good, generous, that's perfect. Is there a story to why this man on this spatula is just sort of sad, solitary walking?
I have no idea.
Isn't
that
that
would
funny,
be more
though?
of the gift shop's
Yeah.
question.
Thank you so much for sharing and happy holidays. Do you know the story of the sad wandering man on the spatula? I don't. Doesn't it look funny? I know. I can't wait to give it to my husband for Christmas because he's sort of a wandery guy. I might be the only person that's as excited about the wandering guy on the spatula. Thank you so much. All right, taste buds, I'm headed to my house. We're gonna make my Inabbritens meatballs, but I'm also gonna show you our family meatball recipe that we're gonna season up ourselves. So we'll do both types of meatballs, and you can make the choice whether you are a buy and roller or whether you wanna go rogue and do your own. But we've got lots of ideas for you on this episode of Taste Buds. So let's go, friends. All right, taste buds, it is time to make my holiday favorite, the Swedish meatball. We picked up some already pre-made meat at Inabbritens, and we're gonna use a small scoop for those. We'll call it the appetizer-y meatball. I'm going to make the main course meal meatball, and I'm gonna show you a couple of different strategies and Hansen hacks for meatball making along the way. We're starting with a pound of ground beef. I use 85% lean, a pound of pork, and a pound of veal. We're gonna start by adding a 1/4 cup of milk to 2/3 cup breadcrumbs. I like to use panko just because they're super airy and super light. Now we're going to add some moisture to the meat. You have 1 beaten egg, and here is a little secret. The best meatballs have ricotta in them. 2 tablespoons. We're gonna use a medium onion. The way to make the onion flavor spread throughout the whole meat mixture, but not have big chunks, is to grate it on a grater. Now we're gonna add our Swedish seasonings, a teaspoon of allspice, some nutmeg, we've got some cardamom, we've got some ground ginger, some salt, some pepper, and some dill weed. I use about a teaspoon, and then I also am gonna use fresh dill a little bit later. I'm gonna add our panko that we soaked with the milk. I'm gonna take my rings off if I can get them off, because this is the part where we're gonna get in there with our hands and get everything all mixed together. This is sort of like when you're making bread. You don't wanna over mix or overwork it, but you wanna get everything mixed in together. I'm just kind of folding like you would with pie dough, really. I think we're pretty good here. And I'm gonna go in last with the fresh dill. Oh, it smells so good, you guys. Something about dill, it's just like one of my favorite herbs. Ooh, smells oniony, smells dilly, smells meatball-y, meatball. We are ready to shape our meatballs. This is a little Hansen hack. Just kind of oil up your little vessel there. So these are the Inabbritsen meatballs that we're gonna treat on our Yule board as like an appetizer meatball. And using a scoop really helps you to get uniform sizes. I tend to roll them larger and larger as I go because I get sick of rolling meatballs. So using the scoop keeps me honest. Stanley's eating his rabbit on camera. He's very excited for the meatballs. Stanley, are you excited about the meatballs? Yeah, I thought you might be. Go lay down. Go down. When you film a TV show in your house and you have delivery people and you have pets with noisy toys, husbands that have to go to the bathroom, sometimes things get on camera. Wah, wah. Okay, meatball. Those look real great. We're gonna put them in the oven. I'm at 450 for about 8 minutes. All right, these are a larger meatball and they're a little softer. You could roll these in advance. You could even cook them in advance and then make the gravy the day of. Okay, our other meatballs are ready. So I'm gonna get them out of the oven. Look at those little cuties. The other meatballs are done. We're gonna go ahead and put these in the oven and we're gonna put them in for 12 minutes. So I've plated up the Inabbritsen meatballs and I'm going to make a little horseradish cream sauce. So I've got like a 1/2 cup of sour cream, a teaspoon-ish of French's Dijon mustard. Then we've got horseradish, cream style. And I want it to be kind of zippy. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. A tiny bit of mayonnaise just to give it a little help on the creamy side. I'm gonna add a little salt. That looks pretty good. And we'll just put it in our little ramekin here. Okay, our meatballs are ready. Look at that. Meatballs, meatballs. People get very stressed out about gravy. So I'm gonna show you a couple tricks. We're gonna take all of this fat that is on this sheet and we're literally gonna pour it into our pan. So you see we have meat and fat. That's gonna be the basis for our gravy. But we also need tasty fat. So we're gonna use about 4 tablespoons of butter. And then we're gonna add our flour and we're gonna make the roux. I've got about 2 tablespoons flour. I kind of want to get it to be pasty. So you're kind of eyeballing to see texture. At this point, I'm going to add my broth. Having the right tool, a good whisk, is really important when making gravy because you're scraping up that flour on the bottom of our pan and getting everything into one cohesive slurry. I'm gonna use a little bit of pepper. I also like kosher salt. So there's this magic ingredient called kitchen bouquet, and you find it in the gravy section of your grocery store. It's something all of our grandmas and our moms used. It really adds to the flavor, and I don't know why. It's almost like a little soy saucy, Worcestershire molassesy situation. So at some point, I'm gonna recognize that I've got the right texture because I've boiled out enough liquid that it will coat the back of a spoon, and I'm gonna whisk in 1 cup of heavy cream. Still whisking. Making gravy takes about 10 minutes. This is coming up to a boil. It just takes a little bit. Bubbly, bubbly, bubbly. It's like a cauldron. You can see it's coating the back of the spoon. It's thick. I'm bringing my meatballs over. Already smelling so good. We're just gonna incorporate our meatballs in with our gravy. And that is how you make Swedish meatballs with gravy. How good does that look? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It is meatball magic, Swedish meatball magic. Okay, so we have our undressed, our naked meatballs, our appetizer-y meatballs that we're just gonna dip into our little dipping sauce here. Yum. It's hand ground. You get a different grind feeling. Very delicious, easy, super cute, like handheld. Let's go in for the main meal situation. This is just one perfect gravy-coated orb of love and goodness at the holiday season. Mine has a lot of delicious dill flavor. You can really kind of taste that nutmeg, kind of warm, and that gravy. Boom! It's fantastic. I won't lie, this is like my 10th meatball. Yum. Thanks for watching, taste buds. Hold on, let me finish chewing. You guys, I'm getting to where I can't eat anymore. It's been a meatball ball, taste buds. Thank you for spending time with us today. We loved being with Patrice, the Nordic food geek, American-Swedish Institute, and ending up at Inabbritens. If you want any of these recipes for the 2 different kinds of meatballs we made, go to fox9.com/tastebuds. Happy holidays.